Hello, this is episode 5, I think, of the Punk Disputes radio show. Kind of a sister offshoot show to the podcast Punk Disputes and Hardcore Disagreements podcast. If you're here from the podcast, I appreciate it. My name's Aaron. This is going to be an episode I curated today on this YouTube radio show thing we do. And if you have not heard the podcast and you found this, please go check out Punk Disputes and Hardcore Disagreements. It's available anywhere podcasts are. All the big evil, faceless corporate places where you can find such things. This is gonna be there's no real theme to this episode. It's been a rainy weekend. Rained all day yesterday on Saturday. It's been raining all day today. Doesn't look like it's letting up. So I figured this would be a good time to do one. And didn't really put too much thought into it. I next to my desk where I record these is a bookcase that has all my cassettes, and the majority, probably half to maybe a little over half of my CD collection. And I kind of just went through and picked. Sorry, I got a text. I went through and picked some random things out of there. No real rhyme or reason. Just, I know I needed about 20 songs. So I, just a few things here and there. I have noticed, today's the first time I noticed, I'm a big defender of the compact disc format. I think it gets a bad rap. I don't know why it's not as hip or as cool. There's many reasons why I think CDs are just as good or valid as vinyl or tape, but, I'm not going to go into that here. I did, however, notice that, I buy a lot of music. I have a lot of, punk and hardcore, obviously. I also have a lot of metal and other genres. But I did notice that the majority of my CD collection tends to be metal. And all my punk and hardcore kind of, the punk world of my collection exists on cassette and vinyl. Just thought that was kind of interesting. Probably the main reason for that being is, metal fans and bands are a bunch of fucking assholes and think everything they do is made out of gold and all their LPs are worth $30 to $40 new, even though nobody gives a fuck about your stupid band. And CDs are cheaper. But anyway, I think we're ready to get in some music. Does that go with you, Miss Vivs?
Yes,
I have a co-host today, too, apparently. I didn't know I was going to have. So
what's a co-host?
That's you. But anyway, we're gonna get rolling, so here we go. So we started off with This Isn't Life by Axiom from the Apathy and Privilege LP. I put that on. I don't know. I hadn't heard that. I have the LP. I just hadn't listened to it in forever, and somehow it jumped in my head this past week. So that's a band that I feel like used to have a lot of hype that nobody talks about anymore. Followed that with First Aid by the Subhumans from the Time Flies, but Airplanes Don't. Well, I have it on the CD with Time Flies and Airplanes Don't and Rats, which is how I think most people have it. And then we followed that with This Heart Easily Tears from Suis La Lune, as we call it on the last episode of the show, from the first album, Quiet Pull the Strings. We talked about their second full length on that episode, and I'm a big fan of the first album, which the song's from, and not so much the second album, so kind of made me want to pull it out and revisit the first album. But moving on. Okay. We started that little block off with I Eat Happy Memories by Deers. From the split with Matsuri. I got that. Matsuri and Moldar were on tour. I don't remember what year this was. 08, 09, somewhere in there. They played the house, they played a show at my house, and they, nice guys, picked up that split from them, when they played. I tried to buy something from everyone who played. Like, it didn't matter. There's quite a few things that played I wasn't a fan of. I still have demos of and things like that. I tried to always, any band that came through and that was a part of anything we're doing, I tried to if they had something, I made sure I got a copy of it. But anyway, Deers was the other band on that split. That's one of those, man, you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. I don't think there's an in between on that one. Then that was followed with Respect by Excruciating Terror from the that one's from Divided We Fall, yeah. Which I actually think is better than the first album. That's one of the few second albums situations where I think it's better than it's an improvement over the first. And then that was followed by Requiem for a Gringo by the Holy Mountain. You gotta pepper as much Florida in here as I can from time to time, that I gotta remember. Requiem for a Gringo originally was on In Decline, the In Decline 7-inch. I'm pretty sure. Of course, I have it, like I said, because most of these things I'm going through are pulled from CDs. I have it on the Bloodstains Across Your Face In Decline compilation. That was the 12-inch EP of Bloodstains Across Your Face and the In Decline 7-inch, like, mashed together on one LP. But yeah, I love that. Those two releases or the comp. I feel like that's like a mandatory own. If you like punk rock, like, you should have that. Like, later Holy Mountain, it's hit or miss. I really didn't like it for a long time. I actually, my co-host on the show, Keith, likes a lot of the later material. I did not. Probably until about a year or two ago, it finally started. Some of it started to click with me, but I went back, gave it another shot, kind of deal. But it's still not as good as that material. So I feel like it's a mandatory thing. But we're gonna continue on, and hopefully you like what you hear. Okay, we started that block off with We Had Evidence by Hellbastard from the debut full length, Heading for Eternal Darkness. Hellbastard's one of those bands that I see people talk about, and they talk about, like, I feel like I only hear people talk about the Ripper Crust demo because that's where the term crust came from, but I don't like that demo. I feel like that demo is very shitty. Like, it's not good. Like, I like a lot of demos. Like, demos typically are shitty, right? Like, in recording or maybe even in playing, but they usually have some sort of charm to them. I don't like that demo. I think that first album is great. I think they do a really good job. I don't think it's still the first album where they really get to that same level as, like, your Amoebixes and Axe Grinders and Deviated Instincts and kind of that stenchcore crust sound from the 80s that I like. But I do like that first album a lot. I guess I should research it. I know there's versions that start with the guy like yelling like, damn you to hell or whatever. That, like, my version doesn't have that. I don't know if that was like later or what, but I hate that version. Whatever it is, it's something about that's just really corny to me, and it ruins. You do it right at the beginning, and then it just fucking, it doesn't ruin the album, but try and find the version without that if you're out there looking for Hellbastard LPs, for sure. We follow that up with Mankind by Infest. Not much to say there. It's classic Ripper. Felt like throwing it on there. And then Combray, Combray, by Kaddish or Kaddish, I was recently told it's called. I love this band's demos, which that song is from Demo 2. It's also the same song that's on the Battle Wolf 359 split. Sorry, 7-inch. It's on that 7-inch. But I love this band's demos. I also love their first album. I think their first album is one of the best post. I was gonna say 2010 or later. Really don't remember when it came out. Sometime around then. But like more modern screamo bands, like that album blew me away, and I haven't heard anyone do better since then. So I know they have a second and third album. I haven't bothered to listen to them, to be completely honest with you. I've spoke about that before. I'm really bad about that. Like, I'll find an album I really cherish, and that is that band to me. I'm not too interested in hearing everything they've ever done. Also, my buying habits, I've noticed, tend to be like... I was talking to Keith about this the other day because I was at a record store, and I was like, I had a bunch of stuff I wanted, but I was like, you know what? I already own 3 things by this band. I already own 2 things by this band. I already own 4 things by this band, but I don't own anything by them. So, I'm going to go with them. So I think that's kind of how that happens for me. But, that's a little about me. So we're going to keep rolling. Alright, check it out. That was obviously New Aryans by Reagan Youth. I recently bought a anthology CD. I'd have to look at what it was actually called. It's like 81 to 84. It's like alternative versions of a lot of the classic Reagan Youth songs, and it just kind of put me on a kick with them, so I decided to throw that on here. That was followed by No Thought. The song was called Fake. I don't, the tape I have of that, it's definitely a demo. I don't know if it has a name or not. It's not titled anything. So it's a No Thought was the name of the band. It was I know they did a split with Ross Cop. I don't know how much else they really did. They were a Denver grindcore band that me and Keith used to see play quite frequently. When we moved to Denver, they were a good band. Hadn't listened to anything from that in a while, so figured I'd pull that. And that was followed by Black Knight by NME off the Unholy Death album. Fucking classic. I've said it a million times on here. If you're gonna listen to black metal, do it right and listen to the first wave, because that's where it's fucking at. All you Dark Throne clones can go fuck yourselves. That's just a straight jam. That whole album is classic. I don't know. Like I said, a little bit of metal did sneak in here, so I apologize if you're not into that kind of thing. But that's a great album. So even if the guy did kill his mom or whatever the rumor is about there's some sort of, I don't remember, some sort of rumor about someone in that band is like went nuts and killed someone. I don't know. Who really knows or cares, honestly. But let's keep it rolling.
And when the tree falls in the forest, I'll be the first to make a sound. Looking at her, I'm 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 looking at her. There's so much dead in her eyes.
disturbed our sleep, awakened us from our ancient slumber. You will die!
Okay, yo, that was Bandages by Calculator from the split they did with Moldar. Like I said earlier, with Deers, Matsuri and Moldar were on tour together, played at my house, and just like Deers, this was the other band on the split with Moldar. Thought about putting Moldar on here as well, but they may be coming up on a certain upcoming season on a certain podcast, so figured I would leave that one alone. That was followed by Stop Posing and Kill Someone by Warsaw. I've always really liked Warsaw. I've always liked that song title. So it's definitely applies to some people I've known in my life. Some big old tough guys, you know what I mean, who seem to do a lot of talking and not very much toughing, unless it's to, I've known some bullies in my fucking lifetime, and I'm not a big fan of them. So, and that was followed by High Class Antics by Remains of the Day. We recently did the second Remains of the Day album on the podcast. And it kind of got me hyped for Remains of the Day again, so I went back to the first album for this show. That's another band where I feel like the second album, especially because I've recently listened to both, I feel like the second is just as good as the first. I don't know if I'd say better, but just as. They're close. So, anyway, let's keep it rolling.
I got you a present. I don't need a present, just have a baby. Just let me tell you what I got you. Will you, Ma? You look really something else today, you know that?
I'm still waiting for you! Why the fucking dead? Why the fucking dead? Why still waiting for you this week? Why still waiting for you this week? Why the fucking dead? Why the fucking dead? Rip it up my heart! Rip it up my heart! Rip it up my heart!
I know. I'm sorry for being such a... I want to make... I mean, I know I can't change anything that's happened, but I want you to know that I love you. And that I'm sorry.
Okay, that was Dear God, I Don't Feel Alive by Noisy Sins of the Insect. And then that was followed up by Halfway House by Panzram. Noisy Sins of the Insect, it's a good... Yeah, I think they're from Malaysia or Thailand or Singapore, maybe. I really should look more into this before I get on here and start talking. I feel like it's a band that used to get a lot of mentions. I don't really hear mentioned much anymore, so maybe it was just a time period thing. But I have their split with... I can never say their right name right. Daglia or whatever it is, and it's a solid cassette. Panzram, we did a theme on the last season of the show with a bunch of bands from South Fort Myers from a certain time period. That's one of those bands that we had to kind of pick and choose who we were going to do, and we left that band out, but kind of undeservingly, honestly. We covered another band that members of that band were in, which is kind of why that choice was made. But that is a hometown band for me, and wanted to make sure I at least got them on one of these radio episodes. So there is that, and we'll see what else I got up my sleeve. All right, everybody. I think that's it for me. Thought I would. There's some other things I wanted to play, but we're pushing it on time. We try to keep these around an hour. So, I appreciate everybody tuning in. That was, by the way, what we just heard was "Winds of Genocide" by Masskontroll off the "Will You Ever Learn" LP. I think I may have screwed up that file, but to be honest with you, I'm not going back to fix it. So if it is, if you liked what you heard, go buy the damn thing. And that's for anything on here. Like, please, I don't think I played anything like that obscure or hard to find, but if there was something on here that you heard for the first time, please go buy it. Streaming shit's cool, like YouTube and all that's cool, but it's still no replacement for physical media. And then once it's yours. Nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can decide that, hey, maybe we don't like what this band's saying and take it down or whatever the case may be. Just support the artists as best you can. So, and then the last song, again, I apologize for the metal creeping in, but that was Yog Sothoth by Poison, the one and only Poison. I'm a sucker, I'm a big metal guy too. Not really in lifestyle, but I like a lot of metal. Metal was an early love for me, especially black metal. But nowadays I'm a first wave guy. Like, all you Dark Throne clones can, go shove that shit up your ass. I don't care. I don't care about the 18th million fucking sad boy core fucking depressive I cut myself fucking corpse paint black metal band or the 13,000th fucking Dark Throne Burzum ripoff. I don't care. I don't care about listening to someone do a Blasphemy Conqueror Black Witchery impression for the 18th millionth time. All I care about is classic first wave 80s black metal. That's all you fucking need. Get fucked if you disagree. Anyway, that's a classic track. Again, if you know anything about Poison, they really only recorded like 12 songs, and there's, I don't know, 3 demos. Bestial Death, Sons of Evil, one I'm forgetting. There's Further Down in the Abyss or whatever, the mini LP. I don't really know. There's really only so many songs they did and different versions of them on different demos, etc. That one. So I have a couple bootlegs of the actual demos. Someone repressed them recently, and I think they're like actually official. But I have them before the repress. They're straight up bootleg. But I also have this CD, which is obviously a bootleg too. Which the one that made me decide to throw that on here for the fun of it was the bootleg. It's like a split with. It's a split with Morbid from Sweden. So, whose singer obviously went on to join, Singer Dead went on to join Mayhem. Everybody knows that fucking bedtime story. But anyway, Poison's great. If you like 80s black death metal, like, check it out. I feel like that's when there was still some, the genres were still, don't know if they were friendly, but they were feeding off each other, and a lot of early first wave black metal is very crust influenced, and again those stenchcore bands and early crust bands you can't tell me they weren't listening to Celtic Frost or Hellhammer. You'd be a fucking liar to say so. Anyway, that's it for me. Everybody look after each other, take care of one another. The world's a scary place. Let's get through it together. Please check out the podcast, Punk Disputes and Hardcore Disagreements. We have a couple stickers still for sale for Doctors Without Borders. They're $2. That includes shipping. Just hit us up at Punk Disputes on Instagram or at punkdisputes@yahoo.com. Let us know you want some stickers, and we'll go from there. We're going to be coming back in August with the new season. The very first episode is going to be completely listener submitted. So, if you got some shit you want us to review, please send it in. It's kind of first come, first serve. Oh, excuse me, kind of deal. So, hit us up, let us know what you want us to do, etc., etc. That's it for me. Hopefully Joey will be doing the next one of these. I don't know. Everybody write in and tell him how badly you want Joey to make an episode. So maybe that'll motivate him. Anyway, you guys have fun. Talk to you later.